Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about my update on my toxic rain build. First of all, I want to say I switched to Raider, and there were a number of reasons for this. The main reason I switched to Raider was because I was pushing the Atlas and pushing my Watchstones, and I really wanted to progress fast, as I normally do every league. And what I encountered was that Deadeye wasn't defensive enough for the extremely hard new Cyrus monsters that were added, and yeah, it was just very, very difficult and not a fun experience on Deadeye. I still think Deadeye is a good option, guys, don't get me wrong. I still think Deadeye is viable. It's just that it wasn't viable for me. So yeah, I think Deadeye still has decent enough damage for most of the content, and with Invest I think it's still fine. But for me, because I wanted more survivability, and Raider does provide that, let's be honest guys, it gives a lot of dodge, and also a lot of evade too. We do lose the Gale Force, less damage taken, but that's really not a big deal. And yeah, that's what ended up happening. So now this Raider build is, I've already made a guide for it. I'm going to update it a little bit with the new setup because I have changed it a bit. But I'm just going to link you guys to the old video that I had because it's basically the same build. It's just with a few changes on the tree and the gear. So yeah, I can even leave a Deadeye variant in that video as well if you want. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about your experiences if you did run the build. But yeah, there's no point in me making a build guide video because I already have a very similar one on the channel. So yeah, I'm going to talk a bit about the build and the items I had if you guys are still interested, like my leak star items, what I was running, whether I was running clusters or not. So stay tuned if you want to see any of that. So yeah. Alright guys, so this is the gear I'm running, and I'll show you a bit of the links too. But most of this is going to be in my build guide that I made a while ago. I'm just going to update that one because there's no point since I'm still playing Raider. So yeah, nearly all the gear is similar to the old one, but I made a couple of changes, so I might as well go over them. So for this build variant, we took the Essence one, which we don't take in the original build guide. This is because it is just really nice to have on Malevolence, and it allows us to run high level Clarity with Vitality. And probably wondering, why are you running Clarity and Vitality and a Mana Flask and minus channeling on your gear? Now, the thing is, when we're in a boss fight and we run out of Mana Flask charges, we need to be able to spam Toxic Rain still, which we are able to do because of the minus mana cost and Clarity. And in the event that we can't, yeah, if we can't use our Toxic Rain in a fight or in a boss fight, it's really bad. So yeah, you can ditch the Mana Flask if you really want to, but I definitely like it for the anti-curse too. So how you make this flask is really simple. You just go and transmute the an alteration spam till you hit enduring. Then you want to take it to Einhar with an empty suffix and put warding on it. It's really nice. So yeah, we're just running really similar gear to the old one, just plus bow gems, attack speed bow with multi, SNS Trant for the trigger. We did make a change here as well, but the only thing we did here was put Culling Strike on Void Sphere. And Void Sphere is really good for this league because it makes the monsters, pulls the monsters towards this orb, which is really helpful for rituals, so you don't have to face tank them. So yeah, I really recommend using that. Then we have Despair and Steel Skin, just for some tanky and damage stats. We just have a basic cover. We don't even have damage over time on this one. If you're wondering how much this cost me, all this gear, I'd say it's about like 10 to 15x, so it's not too expensive. And it's quite affordable for a league start if you're pushing the Atlas. If you're not pushing the Atlas, it's still affordable eventually if you're once you get into maps and all that. So yeah, everything is dropped down considerably from when I bought it. Like when I bought the Aston Astron, it was 200C on like day 3 or something. The Empower was 6 exalts on day 3 as well. This bow, I got the base and I prefix swapped it. I think it's I did this craft on it and I rolled the attack speed, which was really nice. So yeah, I'm not going to go over too in depth. Like the gear is very basic. The major change here that I wanted to state was the Edzuri step, because I have this instead of rare boots this time, and the reason I do is because of the dodge spell hit. So our dodge is very high because we have 15 spell and attack hits here, and we have the acro phase acro. And if we go and see, we have 55 dodge attacks, 60 dodge spells, and when we proc elusive on the on kill, then we get cap dodge chance pretty much, which is really nice. So we're really tanky on this build. Um, Also, another thing you can do if you're not bossing, you can switch out vitality for flesh and stone. This will make you more tanky in maps, so you definitely want to do that. If you can, you can just switch it in, no problem. But I highly recommend vitality for bossing, and in general vitality feels good, and you can run a pretty nice watcher's eye if you get one. I don't personally have one at the moment. Also for cluster jewels, I'm not using any on this build because I didn't want to, but on the proper build guide there is cluster jewel setup, so if you want to use it, it's just for more damage, of course. So I want to quickly end this note on I've stopped playing Toxic Rain now. It's been a really nice build and it's carried me through until Awakening 8. So I did my whole Watchstones with Toxic Rain. I will say that the bossing falls off quite a bit if you don't have cluster jewels, so just keep that in mind, but you can still kill them, it just takes a while. And yeah, I think I'm not going to be playing Toxic Rain for a bit because I've played it too much. I'm currently playing a Bleepo Gladiator from the Sora build. You guys probably know what that is. It's a very popular build. I might make like a review video on it because there's no point making a build guide since he has such a good build guide already and I don't really change very much. So yeah, um, I'll see you guys soon. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, that's why I changed to Raider as well, because Deadeye was not cutting it for me for the pushing the Atlas. But I think Deadeye can still be a very viable option, and it's not terrible. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.